such an asshole.
Yes. Aside from hats being on the sideways, you'll always notice women would have the sharp business suits on, and they always stand akimbo with one foot out and the silhouette. And then everyone, I don't know if you remember this graphic stuff back in the 80s and 90s and even the aughts. Look at these important business professionals. And they'd be standing and looking very all important with suits. Yeah, that's fun now. And I can't read. I'll put the hat on. I'll put the glasses back on, but I can't see the screen when I got my glasses on. But you know I'm a pretty badass business major when you wear your glasses indoors. Hi, Aaron. Just a quick question. How do I prove to people majoring in general business fields, excluding accounting and MIS, is generally bad decisions? I'm going to answer your question. The short answer is you don't. Because let me explain to you the psychology of the nature of business majors. Say it again. Business majors are lazy people who want engineer salaries without the engineer work. That's it. This is why your banks fail. This is why SVB fails. This is why customer service goes to pot. This is why they have constant turnover. You have truly average intelligent people, average, with truly inferior work ethics, with superior egos. And that's who goes to major in business. We all make fun of them. I'm more of an idea guy. Translation, I'm too stupid and too lazy to do the work to get the product, like create it. I'm more of a management or strategy. Like, just say you don't want to do the work. All right. So you trying to convince people who are committed to avoiding work, and that's what business majors generally are. You're not going to convince them. They will only accept a solution or only accept a career where they're paid lots of money for minimal amount of work. That's why they're business majors, or HR, or marketing, or whatever of the sub non-accounting, non-MIS that you listed there. Right? That's it. That's all it is. And so, the point I'm making is these are not rational, intellectually honest people. It's kind of like, we almost should put it on the Clarity test. They're kind of scum. I mean, most of you run into bosses who are dicks. Well, there's a reason for that. These people are unethical. They're kind of scum. Those are people who go and become business majors. So let's continue on. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says the job outlook of engineering and IT fields are generally the same compared to fields like business marketing, business analyst, business administration, etc. I just refuse to believe that in today's labor market. Where do you specifically pull your data from, and how can I improve my arguments with the data? Yeah, okay, you're not going to win the argument. You're not going to lose the argument, but you're not going to win it. You're not going to convince them. Okay, let me tell you, you're going to win the argument, but you're not going to convince them. If that makes any sense. I would just like an email less. But yeah, then you said you paid for an upgrade? Yeah, you paid for an upgrade to a video. Okay. So what I did, and here's what you got to do with the Bureau. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I took a class on this. They made me take a class in marketing. So what you have to do with that Bureau of Labor statistic data, it doesn't go by major, it goes by job title. And the job titles you listed there, when you pull them up, and let me kind of look at the data. Other glasses. So you had, what is this one? That is management analysts, and then I have business administrators and facility managers. When you have management or administrator in your title, that means you're not entry level. That means you're a manager. You're in charge of a plant. You have some responsibility. Also, this is median pay for like mid-level career, so you're like 10, 12 years in. So because you're choosing these titles, that's going to skew it up. Now, if you do, I pulled up a job much more likely. You're going to get market research analyst and marketing specialist. That's what you're more likely going to get. The mean annual wage is $76,000 a year, as opposed to, I believe the other one was $99,000 a year. Yeah, here, I'm sorry, that's the mean annual wage. Median, it's even worse, it's $64,000 a year. And so what these people are thinking is that they're going to become administrators. They're going to be in some, HR director. Oh, let me find HR generalist. Yeah, here we go. So here's human resource specialist. That's your entry level rank and file. The median pay for someone who's been a generalist for 10 years, right, is $63,000. So you got to ask them, like, no, you're not. If I typed in COO or CEO, Bureau of Labor Statistics, it's all going to be super high. And so what they're doing is they're choosing mid to upper mid senior level management positions that you usually don't get until you got 10 years in and you've sucked a lot of dick, to be perfectly honest. So that's why your numbers are a little bit lower. Now, what I would recommend you do is you choose, like, no, go look up titles of degrees. I'm sorry, titles of jobs you're going to get, and then look up the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And the numbers should bear out that reality rather quickly. The other thing you can do, I don't even know why I bother putting on my glasses anyway. No, that's not it. The National Association of Colleges and Employers comes up with an annual survey of starting salaries by major. And that, I would say, especially in the immediate term, is going to bear you out as well. Business majors in 2020. Did I save it? Where did it go? Well, business majors like another. I think they were $12,000 or $15,000 below engineers. That is the data I would be using. It's like, yeah, you're not going to make as much as an engineer. And I'd also like to know, I mean, if it was possible, how many of the business administrators have an undergrad in engineering and then got their MBA? That'd be another thing to consider there. Like with the Bureau of Labor Statistics, you're not just looking at college degrees, you're looking at titles. That doesn't directly correlate with, you could have, okay, you're a business administrator, but it could be because you're the engineer who worked on the project for 15 years and you got pulled to the dark side of the force, you got your MBA paid for. Someone with a business undergrad who gets their MBA, guarantee you doesn't make anywhere near as much as engineering undergrads who then were forced to get an MBA because they needed to push them into management. So there's that there. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, that National Center for it. Hang on, let me look up. They come out with an NACE employer salary survey. Starting salary. That's the image search. That's National University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. No, NACE. NACE. Think Impact. Is this? Maybe they're quoting it. Come on, just give me the. Here it is. Business majors, $58,000. Engineering, $69,000. Computer science, $67,000. Yeah, it's not. No. That's what I would pull up. I mean, if you got to show them this video, go ahead and do it. I'll close all these links here. But yeah, that's why you're not there. That's why your dad isn't working, is because your titles are too high ranked. Short version. The other reason I wouldn't even bother with it, because they're not going to listen to you. Again, they are lazy people who don't want to work but want engineer salaries. Why do you think it never ended after high school? Why do you think they're all wearing the same clothes? Like, I didn't know about the Patagonia vests, like the finance bros, they're all wearing that. Why do you think that they all have like this akimbo and this marketing and it's all glitzy and glamour? Why do you think that is? Because there's no underlying core skill or talent there. Tune into the Elkins Accounting Hour where me and Chad would talk about accounting and careers. They don't have to do this blustery, like, oh man, look at this resume. I got raised ink and all that other like peripheral bullshit. Oh, I'm an accounting major and you need me because I got an actual skill. I mean, I had a degree in finance and it was pretty worthless because it wasn't specialized in any field, plus computers and algorithms and basic Excel spreadsheets were pretty much retiring that entire industry. It's not true. It's not, look at their behaviors, like, oh, you got to dress like a clown. Whereas people, another thing would be, computer programmers, engineers, they get to work remotely more commonly. But if you're the glorified sales rep at the Verizon store or whatever, no, I don't care what your title is. I don't care. You got to be. You're the business manager of the T-Mobile shop. I don't care what your title is. You don't get to work from home. You got to go in. And here's your $38,000. Now shut the F up. Bothering me. So link below is a book called, you want to give them a book, you want to help them out, link below is a link to the book called Worthless Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. The dad is 12, 13 years old, but it's still the same. The fundamentals haven't changed. That being said, we're slowly getting back to the point, like, it's not any degree is a good degree, but if you show up on time and you're sober and you're not a whiny socialist little quanta ha, like, people will hire you. That's bearing out in starting salaries. Starting salaries are very high. Except for early childhood education majors. Those are still pretty low. Wholesome DJ Aftershock, $5. Yo. Why you fronting, bro? Only lames wear sideways hats now. That's so yesteryear, y'all. Where's your Patagonia sweater vest, bro? Real ones wear those. Yep, they sure do. Walker Hall, $2. How do I harness the girl boss spirit as a man? Walker, do you have to ask? You identify as a woman. And you probably declare that you're trans. And these dumb companies will promote you. Because again, business majors are dumb and lazy. They make it into management, but they're going to promote you based on merit and hard work. No, they're going to base you on opportunism, what makes them look good. Not kidding. Identify as a woman. You don't have to dress like a woman. Just identify as a woman. I mean, if you want to do the full thing, you cross-dress if you like, but you would outrate women plus greater than sign women greater than men. So if you're a woman plus, if you are trans, you now on the hierarchy that is ruling whether certain people get promoted or not, you're higher up there now. I'm not joking. If I ever have to go back, I'm going down to the DMV, and by God, by golly, here comes well-endowed Molly. I will identify as a woman. If they want to play that game, absolutely. I'm not even joking in the slightest. That's what you should do. Not in the slight. I know you are spoofing maybe, of course, but in terms of practical application, like, what's the number one thing you can do? Have a good career, all right? Major in engineering, STEM, something that has a job. Number 2 thing you can do, identify as a woman. Not joking. Clandestine, $2. Finance degree is better than slaving in a warehouse. Yeah, sort of. Yeah. I mean, a warehouse is pretty entry level, basic. Yeah, I was an analyst. Yeah, I did work in banking. I did have a career. I did make it a vice president. Wasn't worth it though. For the same amount of work, a degree in accounting would have gone a lot further. All right, there you guys go. Link to Worthless Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major below. See you guys later. Toodles.